Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to break down 3 surprising details you might not know about the Marvel Universe. First, why didn't Iron Man ever use Vibranium to build his battle armor? Second, why couldn't the handle of Stormbreaker grow into Baby Groot, even though Rocket randomly picked that tiny branch? And third, how was Spider-Man able to stop Bucky's Winter Soldier arm so easily? Let's dive right in. Interesting details you didn't know in Avengers. 1. Why didn't Iron Man use Vibranium to build his suit? Sounds surprising, right? But the real reason is actually pretty simple. Tony Stark is a visionary. He's never satisfied with what he has. Every time he discovers a flaw, he turns it into an opportunity to upgrade. Remember in Iron Man 1, Tony realized his original suit would freeze at high altitudes. The moment he landed, he changed the material immediately. From that point on, he switched to titanium alloy for better durability and heat resistance. Fast forward to Captain America. Civil War. A new problem appeared. His weapon system could be disabled in seconds. And during his fight with Cap and the Winter Soldier, they kept targeting his arc reactor, the very heart of his suit's power. To solve that, Tony developed the nanotech suit. A suit that could repair itself and adapt in real time during battle. With technology like that, Vibranium suddenly didn't seem so special anymore. Why? Because Tony knew its fatal weakness. When exposed to ultrasonic waves, Vibranium slows down and can completely shatter. At that point, all of its defensive power is gone. With Tony's genius and resources, would he ever pick a material with such a flaw? Absolutely not. Now you know why Iron Man never used Vibranium. Why didn't the handle of Stormbreaker grow into a new Baby Groot, while the tiny twig Rocket picked up did? Think back to Avengers: Infinity War. Groot sacrificed himself to save the team. In that heartbreaking moment, Rocket picked up what looked like just a random stick. But it wasn't just a stick. From that tiny piece, Baby Groot was reborn. And that raises a shocking question. If a small twig could grow into a whole new Groot, why didn't the giant branch that became Stormbreaker's handle do the same? Here's where it gets even stranger. In Thor: Love and Thunder, when Thor pulled Stormbreaker out of the ground, we saw roots growing from the handle. So why didn't those roots turn into a living Groot? The answer might surprise you. Not every piece of Groot can come back to life. If it worked that way, the entire universe would be filled with Groot's offspring. Rocket may have seemed like he grabbed a random twig. That's why it could never turn into another Groot. But wait, if Rocket knew exactly which piece could bring Groot back, does that mean he always believed Groot would return? How could Spider-Man possibly stop the Winter Soldier's metal arm? Even Captain America, with his shield, struggled to withstand the raw power of that arm. Yet Spider-Man grabbed it effortlessly with just one hand. But honestly, that's not surprising. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, he accidentally sliced a massive ferry, 10,000 tons of steel, right in half. To make up for his mistake, he actually used his webs to pull the two halves of the ship back together. Meanwhile, Captain America nearly exhausted himself just trying to hold down a helicopter from taking off. Later, during the battle in Wakanda, Black Dwarf proved far too strong for Iron Man to handle. Just as Black Dwarf was about to deliver a devastating strike, Spider-Man showed up and stopped the attack with ease. And let's not forget Captain America. Civil War. Spider-Man couldn't defeat Cap. Sure, but that didn't mean he was weaker. It was all about experience and combat skills, not raw strength. So, it's really no surprise that Spider-Man could stop Bucky's arm. But here's the real question. Who do you think is the strongest hero in the entire Marvel Universe? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.